It's so interesting how we come across so many circumstances in our lives that we need to just get past them to succeed. I came from the Dominican Republic, moved to New Jersey, then to Pittsburgh, where I became one of the few Latinos that we have here. I'm also an engineer, which is interesting because there aren't many women engineers in the field. So there are many ways that both of these circumstances came together to help me become who I am today. I am an actress, producer, and voiceover talent, and I'm also an engineer.
The crossroads was the point where I had spent the last 6 or so years of my life really thinking about becoming a writer. That's what I was going to do. I was going to write big, moving pieces that were going to change the world. I was going to be the editor of Time magazine, I was sure of it. And then I accidentally took a computer science class and realized that my entire life needed to change.
One of the major crossroads occurrences in my life was probably when I lost my mom in 2006. And pretty much the years after losing my mom, I was her only child, things started to go downhill. I started to not really know what direction I wanted to go in life. My job that I was working at the time was not as meaningful. I didn't have passion. There was a lot of problems. And so I started this journey of trying to find, I would say, the new me without my mother.
A crossroad moment I faced was in 1999. I couldn't see the clock. At the most critical time in my job, recording the time of birth, the clock became a blurry vision. There were other signs. I lost a ton of weight in a short period of time. I couldn't quench my thirst no matter how much I drank. They ordered blood work, and unfortunately, that night in 1999, I ended up fighting for my life in an intensive care unit.
I had to decide to sell a business that I was the co-owner of. And it was a really difficult decision because it was a business that I had started. It was my idea, and it was kind of like my third child.
I went to Carnegie Mellon and for 4 years interned at NASA and SpaceX and had this really great career path planned out. But my crossroads was when, at the end of my senior year, I had to make a choice whether or not to do a startup in an entirely different field or to stay on the path that I had created for myself.
Upon graduating law school, I entered my first job at a big law firm back here in Pittsburgh. And it just so happened that a friend passed along information that a women's professional football team was starting. And I think she did so because she knew I would be all about it. And had it been just 6 months earlier, I would have been all about it. The challenge became I was just starting as a young associate, and this was going to be a risk. And although the desire I had was strong, I had lots of factors to balance in the decision-making process.
In 1998, I had a crossroad moment where I was a senior in high school and found out that I was pregnant. In that moment, I had to make a decision, not only whether to have my child and raise him, but of who I was going to be and how this was going to define me or not define me.
So I've been with the company for over 2 years, and recently at the end of 2014 was asked to step in and take over in the CEO role, which in the moment didn't cause me pause because I so passionately believe in the company and the team. I also have 2 teenage young women, daughters, and a partner at home, and the company is actually headquartered in Austin, Texas. So while I said yes and enthusiastically believe that is the right thing, I don't regret it for 1 second. It was one of those moments where 2 days later you're sitting and talking to my spouse going, what did I just say yes to?
I went back to grad school, decided to get my MBA, and at that point I came to a crossroads where I had to decide, did I want to continue my career in banking, or did I want to do what I've always wanted to do, which is launch my own line of handbags and be a designer and follow my dreams.